All right, all right. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning VIV Business Builders training. My name is Brian Dalmaso. If you don't know me, I know we got a lot of new people from all over the country jumping in. And first of all, I want to congratulate you guys for jumping on. Number one on a Saturday morning, number two on a holiday weekend. A lot of people are going to check out this weekend, right? They're going to check out, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, most people that are on this webinar here, you guys have some dreams and some goals. You're building something for a reason. It's for you, it's for your family. It might be to get away from a job that you don't like. It might be just to impact and bring some other income in. So I always try to educate people that there's only creation with consistent energy flow. That's whether it's an acorn turning into an oak tree, whether it's a new relationship or this business, there is only creation with consistent energy flow. Right? And a lot of people they're building their network marketing businesses very sporadically. And I want you to think about this. If you planted a carrot seed in the soil, right? And you went back tomorrow and dug it up, and then you planted it again, and you came back 3 days later and dug it up. If you kept digging it up, it would actually never, the laws of God and nature would not allow the consistent energy flow for that thing to become the higher, fuller expression of itself. So network marketing is particularly sensitive to consistency more than any other, well, maybe not any other, but it's a very, it needs like 15 minutes a day. You got to do something. You got to love your business at least 15 minutes a day. A lot of you guys have other things going on. God knows I do too. But in my calendar, I don't neglect my business. At least 15 minutes. I'll reach out to some leaders. I'll send a few invites. I might show the business. I might reach out for a customer. But I don't let a single day go by. And I'm talking 7 days a week I do this. I'm not saying you guys have to do that, but it's 15 minutes. So it's up to you. We're going to teach you how to quickly reach out to people and how to grow your businesses. And that's what we're going to focus on today. So again, congratulations for showing up. It tells me you have some level of dedication and being serious. When you're bringing on new people in your team, I would coach them about Saturday mornings. I have found that this is the best time to reach out to people. Right now, summer's coming, and people are going to obviously get distracted or not distracted. Like they're going to live their lives. They're going to be going to the beach and stuff. But you can wake up at 8 o'clock or 7 or 6. You can work from like 8 to 10 in your VIV business and still go to the beach or still do everything you're going to do. That's what I plan to do, right? I'm going to work a few hours this morning in this business. And then, then I'm going to work another business. But then I'm going to go out on the lake and have some fun, right? So, and same with tomorrow. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to do my thing. Now, the reason why we have this meeting at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern is because we're covering the whole country, right? 10, 9, 8, 7. So Pacific time at 7. So if you guys are on Eastern time, feel free to start text blitzing at 8 a.m. on Saturdays. And then you can come on to this call from 10 or whatever. So I wanted to make sure that we picked a time zone that was usable by everybody. That's why we have this at 10 a.m. Eastern. It might be a little late in the morning for some of you, and a little early for others. But what I found is this meeting that we do here is really launching everybody. It's helping people launch their business. It's a community of like-minded people. We're coming together. We're just agreeing to work the business. So we're going to help you guys do that. So congratulations for coming. And if you make this a part of your core culture with your team, you're going to see that we all just grow together, right? Now, the purpose of coming together on a Saturday is for you guys to we call it text blitzing, but you could be picking up the phone too. Nolan's going to talk about that. But the idea is to focus your time, put everything else down, and reach out to, let's say, 30 people. I like to say 50, but at least like 30 people on a Saturday morning. And you're just reaching out looking to pique interest. I want you to disconnect from everything else. I want you, especially if you're new, I want you to disconnect from whether or not somebody becomes a customer or a business partner. Don't even think about that. Because if you're thinking about that, you're thinking too far ahead. I just want you to fall in love with reaching out to people. That's all you ever have to master. The rest of it, you're going to get better and better and better, and everything will just work out. But if you get really good at contacting and inviting, then the tools of VIV will take over. You send a video, you do a follow-up, you get on a 3-way call with somebody in your team, and next thing you know, you have customers and business partners. So the purpose of this morning is to get you guys in the habit of just focusing on one task, which is contacting and inviting. We're going to work a little bit of language there. I see I got my main man, Nolan, on here. Nolan, you want to say anything to the the peeps here about what we're doing on Saturday mornings?
Hey, sure. Good morning,
Morning, good
everybody.
morning, brother.
Hey, I'm trying to get my signal has been messing up. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
We got you. Yep.
All right. My signal. Yeah, you were breaking up. I was trying to do it inside with outside. So anyway, so yeah, I'm Nolan. Hey, good morning. How's everybody? I'm trying to get situated. It was like a last minute move, and then right as I was moving, you up and said, "Hey, Nolan's on." So what all do you want to go through today, Brian? I'm with
No,
you.
I just really at this point, just the purpose of a Saturday morning. Like why would we do this every Saturday morning?
Well, hold on. It says I can't do my video.
No, I turned it off so you had better signal. It's chewing up your bandwidth.
Got you. All right. So here's the thing. Every morning, there's a couple of different things. You pick up different parts of the language each and every time you do it, right? So the more you do it, it's pretty much practice from that standpoint. The other part is that we all learn from each other. When you hear other people's success stories and you say, this is what I did, it's that repetition that helps it each and every time. I mean, that's the important part, especially if this is a side gig of sorts. Then, you know, to have that consistency that you were talking about, it really helps to say, you know, Saturdays, I know I can start building my business. And last thing I'm going to say is it helps for a good success story, right? So for the people that say, oh, I don't have time, you can say, I really started only on Saturdays, right? We have a great culture. Everybody's helping each other. Because a lot of times people don't want to move forward because they're afraid, and they don't want to tell you that they're afraid. So that's what one of the things that you and I talked about, Brian, when I said, you know, after we go through all of this, what I want them to do is just be on a culture call with Justice League to show we're helping everybody. It's a non-threatening situation. It's not a sale. Did you sell? Yay, you didn't, boo, right? It's not one of those types of situations that you can see that we're truly trying to help people. And so that, you know, the more we do that, the more you feel a part of the team, and the more you can bring people to the team and say, look, this is the type of culture that we're literally building our futures together and creating that mindset.
Yeah, 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. So that's exactly what we're doing here, guys. We're just kind of holding each other's hands, especially with new people. We're going to teach you what to say, how to say it. And the biggest thing that we come here to understand too, especially if you're new, is you got to really disconnect from what you might think this is. Anything you've done in the past. VIV is its own special animal, right? It's its own special animal. And you got to have the belief in what we're doing. So some people, if you've come from a product-based company, there's nothing wrong with product-based companies. But when we're reaching out to our warm market, our friends, our family, you know, those people might have a preconceived notion about what you're doing. But what we're doing here, you just got to look at it. We're lowering their bills first and then charging them half of that, right? But as Nolan said, we do the service first. We're putting the energy out first. What do you know where it's like, hey, I'm going to build you a house and then you can pay me when I'm done? Think about this. Think about that, right? There's almost no service that you can do where they're going to go do all of the work, all of it, and then bill you. Very, very rare. So think about that when you're talking to your family and your friends and neighbors about this. You want to have that belief system in what we're doing. So that's part of it, is to come here to get awareness and understanding and belief. And the second thing is really to get the language and the process. So what we're going to do here, guys, is what we call text blitzing. So the methodology on a Saturday morning is to make a commitment to yourself. I'm going to reach out to 30 people. I'm going to reach out to 50 people if you're right. If it depends how hungry you guys are. But we're going to work with you here for the next 45 minutes and help you with the language. But the idea is to send out messages. You can do phone calls or you can do texts to get on phone calls, right? One of the things I teach is text blitzing, and you're texting to get on a phone call. You're not texting to sell them into the business. That's not it at all. You're just saying, hey, Nolan, what's up, man? It's been a while since we chatted. Are you still in the DJ business? Listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. I don't know if it'll be a fit for you or not, but honestly, I'd love to catch up, see what you've been up to. I would send that in a text, and we're going to go through a few of those. But when you're text blitzing, if you relate it to what they're doing, that neutralizes their mind. And if you say, I'm not sure if it'd be a fit or not, you're neutralizing their mind again. And then what you do at the end is you're planting a seed into their subconscious mind, which is the sale. And the sale is the phone call or the Zoom meeting, right? If I was reaching out to Eric, hey, Eric, what's up, brother? You still in construction? It's been a while. So listen, I got a business idea I want to run by you. I don't know if it'd be a fit or not, but it might be able to help you in your company. Would it be okay if we got on a quick Zoom meeting, 15 minutes? I'd love to catch up. I mean, think about the language in that. If you got a text like that, I'm not saying, dude, I got this thing. We're going to crush it. You're going to be a millionaire in a week. Oh my God. The name of the company is VIV. We save people money. Like, give me your bill. Like if your text looks like this long, you've gone horribly off track. You've derailed. Your text should just be short and sweet. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? You still working in your daycare business? Listen, I got something that might be able to help you in your business. I'm not sure if it would be a fit or not, but I'd love to catch up and chat and just see what's going on with you and your husband. Now that's if you know somebody. That's a warm market. That's a warm market. That's a lukewarm market, right? Now, if Kathy and I are like best friends, I'm just going to talk really straight. Really, really straight. I'm going to tell her we're doing this. Hey, Kathy, what's up? Listen, I got something to show you. Can we jump on a Zoom tomorrow, Sunday or Monday? I'm going to literally just tell her. You guys all have people like that. Your siblings, your friends, your family, right? Or you just pick up the phone and call them. And I'm going to have Nolan talk about that a little bit. But the reason why we introduce text blitzing is because some people are afraid to pick up the phone, and that's okay. You can literally text somebody and they say, yeah, sure, what's up? So would it be okay if we get on a Zoom, Monday or Tuesday night? And you can do that, or you can send them a video, right? You can use the tools. Well, this is what I want to share with you. If I sent you this quick video, would you watch it today? Yeah, sure, send it over. And then we send a video. So the thing about texting is if you're not comfortable on the phone, it helps you break the ice. Anybody can send a text. And then when somebody answers back, you have time to process the information. If you're not good on the phone right away, texting might be the way to go, and you text them and then send a video. Now I want to have Nolan come on here and talk a little bit about, even if you're not good on the phone, we can get you good on the phone really quick. So Nolan, what are some of the things that you're teaching your team as far as just picking up the phone and calling?
So before I say that, and I'm going to go right into that, I want each and every person to know there is no way to get around the phone. It's not. Because I just did a boot camp. You were with me when we did the Justice League boot camp. Big shout out to Justice League. So we just did a boot camp, and when we did the boot camp, I had a couple people call me and say, man, I love to get a hold of that system. I want you, before you call, before you talk, you need to have the plan in mind of where this conversation lies within the system. That, like, you can have a system. You can have a system to where you get them on a Zoom call, you call them back. But everything is about the next exposure, just like in GoPro. It's not about, let me get them on the call and sell them. And like I said earlier, if I'm trying to sell you, they think it's a good idea, but they're afraid to fail by themselves. They don't know the community that we have. They were talked down to in their last network marketing company, and they felt like a failure from that standpoint. That still resonates with them. Now they don't know if it's a safe space or not, right? So with that being said, it's really and truly a situation of the tools is to help educate piece by piece from exposure to exposure. Think about it. There is nothing that you can get over your phone or over Facebook or anything where I can send it to you, even if we're best friends. We don't talk, especially if it's cold market. We don't talk and you sign up for $189. There is nothing that I can send you. There's nothing. So the conversation and how we place the conversation is very important. So the first thing that I tell my people is that you're not selling anything. Because there's no money up front, we're not selling anything. And if anybody hits you with the scam thing right out the gate, I tell people we have to be the worst scam artists in the history of scams, because usually scams get the money and never do the work, and we're doing the work first. I don't know if you heard that, right? So I always reiterate, well, I don't want to change. I don't know if you heard me. I said, keep the same carrier. So usually when I get on the phone, I call them, and it's part of the whole ordeal that I've done over this thing before. But I'll say, hey, Gloria, hey, it's me. You got a quick second? I don't want them to ask me a whole bunch of questions, especially if I'm new. It's a reason we do that, so we can have the tools to help you. You got a quick second? Yeah, sure. What you got? I'm about to make a couple of phone calls. I found this company that could save you money on the bills that you have right now without changing carriers, and I thought of you. Now, me saying I thought of you is almost saying, I found, I was in the store shopping, right? It's almost like a gift. I was in the store shopping. I saw this beautiful sweater that I just knew you would love. I thought of you, and here's the sweater. That's almost the same way that I thought of you, and I thought of you. I really fast, because I'm about to jump on the call. I got a 2-minute video that's going to explain how this company helps you. It's a revolutionary program. Love for you to check it out, and I want to call you back and talk about it. When would be a good time? When can you watch a 2-minute video? Now, keep in mind, you told them that you got something that you got to do. So if they say 2 minutes right now, don't be too frantic and too thirsty and say, okay, I'll take it right. Set up a time. I don't care if it's an hour later, if it's whatever later. If it seems like I can watch it right now and they seem very excited, then say, let me jump on this call. Give me about 10 minutes and I'll call you back, because it's only 2 minutes. When you call them back, it's important to set up the time to call them back, because now they're expecting your call and they're expecting to give that feedback. When you come back to them, you say, hey, what did you like most about what you saw, right? When you say what you like most about what you saw, that already positions their mind on the positives. That took away the whole, I think it's a scam, I think it's, and just still with the same excitement, not that you're selling them, just, hey, what did you like most about what you saw? I thought it was an awesome video. What did you like about it, right? I like that you could save money on your bills. Do you know that they don't even charge up front, that they save you first? I've never seen anything like it. And then sometimes this is when I integrate where they can use it for them. I thought it would be great for you and your customers in real estate. I thought it would be a smooth way to find money for people that are trying to buy life insurance from you, that always says, I don't have any I just thought that this could be a great arsenal. I thought this could be great for you and your family because of the situation that we have going on, and I know your unemployment checks are coming. I thought it would be great. However you need to integrate it to paint that picture, then the thing that I do after that is say, look, to show you how this whole thing works, because they really help people do 3 things. They help people save money, they help people earn money, and they literally give you the opportunity to help people by just saving on your bills, almost from a charitable standpoint. So when I do that, I say, I got a video that I want to send you that explains everything that they do. And we just released a new video. It's 32 minutes. And so but the video has testimonials in it. It's holistic. It has Brian in it, because I needed a little bit of that magic. It has Rob McFadden in it, and it has some of my team in it, and some other people as well that are just customers. And I played the video, the 4-minute video of the one person at a time initiative at the end, so they could really get that heartfelt situation going for them. So after I do that, I set them up with a call. We're going to start doing the webinars. I don't know if you guys know this, but you have a webinar in your back office. Whatever your URL is, put .shareviv.com instead of just viv.com. And it's a whole webinar system. We're going to start using that. Or you could just tell them, I can get you on a Zoom call that's live, or a recorded call, whichever one they want to do. Let them pick and set up a time to follow back with them. When you follow back up with them, and I know this is long, but this is literally my whole process. I'm
Yeah, this
giving
is
you
being
my whole
recorded too, guys.
process.
We're recording this too, so we'll get this recording out to you guys.
Right. So this is literally my whole process of how I get somebody to sign up. I never do anything different than this. So after that, I call them back and I say, do you see why I'm so excited? Did you see what I saw? And I'm usually talking for them. And I'm like, I told you this thing could really help and give you an edge. This is the only thing that I've seen that you can use to where it's not a lost leader. It's just a lead in. You can get paid for it and it still builds your brand as a business owner. This is the only thing that I've seen that is a network marketing situation, and you don't have to work it like network marketing. You can really be a consultant and go to businesses and not build a team. You don't have to work it. It's like this model that we have gives you so many different options to make money and be successful. So when I'm talking to them, if I know them, I kind of position it that way. Then I end it with A, B, or C. See, the A, B, or C is the greatest way to not ask for the sale, to make you feel like, so you want to do it. Like when you start closing, people's voice start cracking. So you think you got $189 today? No, I tell them, look, most people that's seen everything that you've seen, they've only seen 2 videos. Most people that's seen everything that you've seen fall within one of 3 categories: A, B, or C. A. I'm seeing chats come up. I will go back to that. A, I absolutely love it. You had me at hello. I've been looking for something like this my whole life. I'm ready to go. And the hey is kind of like the Fonz. I say A, but it's like A, right? B is I like it, but I got questions. If you got questions, we got answers like Radio Shack. So all you have to do, that's lets you know right then and there you need to get a 3-way call. And you can get any of your leaders on the phone for a 3-way call. And that gives us consistency and duplication, that everybody sees the same thing before you get me on the call. They've had to watch both videos. So don't send them the first video and then say, okay, I'm gonna have Nolan explain everything to you. That's great sometimes when, to get you going, but our thing is everybody can't do that, so it's duplication. And C is I just want to be a customer. So if you just want to be a customer, great, congratulations, let's get started on the savings. That's pretty much as simple as that. If you get somebody on the 3-way call, you edify that person and say, this is the magic man. He's done magic in 4 different companies. He dibbles a little bit of magic dust in this company, and he's the second highest dude in the business. Let me introduce you to Magic Man Brian. So that's it.
Yeah, great job, brother. Now, Nolan, you had a script up, that whole script up the other day. Is that something you could put in a link here in the chat? Do you have a link to that? Is it a Word doc or a PDF or something?
Yeah, it is a Word doc. I'm gonna see if I can get somebody, because I'm outside, as you can see.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna see if I can get somebody. Just the service inside my house today is a little bit bad.
Gotcha.
So that's why I came outside.
We'll be on for a bit. If you can get that, that'd be great. If not, we'll get it to you guys. A couple of questions in the chat. So, Scott, you said I've addressed, how do I address someone I've piqued interest with? They seemed excited, but now aren't responding. Here's the thing, guys. We're looking for people that are open-minded. Want to be really, really careful. You can burn out in this industry or any industry, to be honest, if we start wanting it more than other people want it or chasing people. And what I mean by that is if you show somebody the 2 videos and they don't really pique their interest, they're telling you they're not open-minded, and that's okay. You just go next. You just go next. This is not a hard sale business. That's what I love about VIV. Some other businesses, I would say follow up, follow up, follow up. But the one thing you guys got to understand, just because somebody can become a business partner does not mean you want them as a business partner, right? If you spend 3 weeks convincing somebody, reluctantly comes in, now what they're going to do is just hound you to death. They're going to be like, why is this not working? Where's this? And where's this in my back office? So we're looking for open-minded people, and believe me, they're out there. So Scott, honestly, if somebody, I would follow up with a text, but I would not think one way or another. I wouldn't think any way about it. And I would just text them, and I would keep texting them, but I wouldn't spend much time. I have a follow-up system where I just go through my phone and I just follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. And I don't think one way or another about it, but my opinion or my advice would be always new people, new blood, new blood, new blood, new blood, right? You'll find
Right. That makes sense. I just didn't know if maybe COVID stuff opening up again and people starting to go back to work, maybe they're a little bit too busy. And, you know, I definitely don't want to bring in somebody who's going to either distract me or, you know, that's going to keep me from being able to really be effective in leveraging my time. But, you know, I definitely want to present the opportunity for them, but, you know, just trying to find that sweet spot, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that person you could reach out today and say, hey, listen, I just wanted to follow up. I know you're probably researching the business model. I want to show you a 5-hour-a-week business model that we have. It's an hour here, an hour there. Would you be open to getting on a call? So that's what I would send to that person. And that's true. We do teach a 5-hour-a-week business model. So Nina says,
can I add something to that?
Sure.
I just want to add something to that really fast, is that a lot of times it's all about timing, right? So sometimes, like you're talking about the COVID situation, a lot of people are running around like, oh my God, the sky is falling. And you're like, let me introduce you to something brand new. So that's where patience come in, because I've had people join my business 8 months later, right? And so it's the consistency of your energy of always saying, man, I love what I do. I love the people I work with. I love how we help people. I love how, so you may drip, almost that's your drip campaign and success stories. Like, dude, if you just, especially if they're friends with you on Facebook or whatever the case may be, you can just say, hey, love what I do. Here's another success story of somebody that we help. Great job. And when they start seeing that over and over, because they may have talked to somebody and they said, oh, be leery of that. That's a scam. And they don't want to tell you because you're so excited. And sometimes, like I said, it's just timing. So it's a multitude of things. That's where the consistency comes in.
Yep, no doubt, no doubt. So Nina said she had having a little bit of difficulty with the credit card thing. So I don't personally have any difficulty here because I just posture up and I assume that it's going to happen and be fine. If you guys are having problems with the credit card, you're probably thinking there's going to be a resistance point creating it. Right?
What is your response? What is your response if somebody, when you text them about it, and they ask you, well, what's the business? What's their name? Where are they?
If they do it on a text, they'll get to a phone call or a Zoom. I wouldn't answer that on a text. They say, hey, listen, I don't want to text you bits and pieces. Let's get on a quick phone call or a Zoom, and I'll explain everything. Right? Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to get caught up texting about the business. Oh, the name of the company is VIV, because then they're just going to take a little bit of information and just go off on some rabbit hole, right? So if they're not willing to get on a phone call or a Zoom, don't be afraid to pull this back. Don't be afraid to pull it back. This business is going to change a lot of lives. For those of you that are serious and working it, and I'm looking at the Silver Fox right now. What is Quentin? What is this business meant to you and what has it done for you in a short period of time?
Well, it's just given me the opportunity to serve people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't get into the business necessarily, you know, because I needed to make some money. But I got into the business because I was looking for something that I could help some masses of people, low entry point, and build a team. That's what I love doing, building teams and helping people. And this just made so much sense to me when I saw the presentation the first time. I could not get my card out fast enough, you know. So that's what it's meant to me, and the fact that, you know, we're building teams and helping other people to get where they want to go. And I think if we just take our minds off of ourselves, and sometimes people are just kind of overthinking things too much.
100%.
You know, just go and do just go do it. You know, we're gonna make some. You're gonna need to make some adjustments here and there, but it's like anything else. You know, we got to plant, cultivate, and then there's going to be a harvest. But if we don't plant, you know, we can't expect it's foolish to expect a harvest. And all of these nuggets that's being put out here, we just got to go put them into action, because I don't care how much we talk, how many systems that are put out here, ultimately it's our business. We got to take ownership of it and go do it each and every day, something. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, amen, brother, amen. So, I mean, you and I have been talking quite a bit. Every time I talk to Quentin, he's fired up. He's like, I'm just having so much fun with this business. So that's what I mean, guys. Like, so if somebody tries to pull information out of you on a text, I would posture up and say, listen, I don't want to text you bits and pieces, get lost in translation. If you don't have time for a phone call, that's okay. But when you do, let's chat. Because we're looking for open-minded people. Open-minded people will get on the phone. They'll get on a Zoom. They'll be open to hearing. And that's what we're looking for. That makes sense. And one of the reasons why I called on Quentin is because if you're showing somebody this and they watch the video and they start going down the road of, what is this? What Quentin's a master at, he pulls it back. So listen, I just want to be clear. I don't need you to do this. I just want to be really clear here. He'll stop the whole damn meeting. And if it's starting to go down the road of like, what are you trying to get me into? It's like, whoa, I don't need you to do this. I thought of you because of this. Do it, don't do it, I don't care. This is something I'm doing. I just thought of you because you're in real estate. And this is where you want to understand what you have. This is not, essential oils. And there's nothing wrong with essential oils where you're trying to sell somebody an oil that they don't know they need yet. That's not this. Every person you talk to has a bill. If you get good at using the escalations, following the system, you're going to get good at lowering the walls, and you'll get more and more customers. It might take a little time. That's all.
Hey, I want to add a couple of things.
Sure.
Quentin is the person that got me in this business. A lot of people don't know that. Quentin is literally my upline. And so when he first came to me, I had a lot of different things that was on the table, and it was all about timing for me as well. Even when I joined, I still waited 2 weeks before I got started. So when Quentin kept following up, like, man, you really got to see this thing. You would love this because I know you know, right? And so he was telling me, and I think he was after me for about a month or so, and we kept going back and forth, and I kept saying, Quentin, let me just eat some of this stuff that's on my plate first before you put something else on, right? And so it was that type of situation. So big shout out to Q, but that's exactly what I meant, is that some of the people is just about timing. And you don't want to be you don't want to seem disgruntled that they didn't do it or write them off. You just want to say, hey, this is exactly what I'm doing. I believe in this. And when you follow up, people are going to test you 3 months from now. So how is that thing going, right? They're absolutely going to do it. They want to see what success you have first. And if you consistently like, I love it, then, some of those people that you talk to first are getting in later.
Amen. Amen, brother. So guys, what we want to do here on a Saturday is take out your lists, whether it's your phone, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, Instagram, it doesn't matter. You want to get used to the habit of reaching out to 30 people. So I'm going to do the same thing right now. We're going to be available for questions. If you need to say, listen, I got a realtor, or I haven't talked to this dude in 10 years, or this is my brother, or this is a corporate deal. If you need help with what to say, that's what today is all about. So what I want you to do, take out your phones, take out your list. Let's go to work together. And if you have a question, just unmute yourself. But the idea is to put out 30 invites. And if you start getting responses back, don't answer them yet. Right? Don't answer them yet. You want to do the thing, put out the energy, put out 30 invites, and then you can start answering. And some of those invites are going to turn to booked appointments. So the idea behind a Saturday is to book your appointments for next week. If you want 3 appointments, book 6. About 50% of people, they reschedule. It's just business 101. It's not a network marketing thing. It's just business 101, right? So however many appointments you want for your business, right? You're going to reach out today and book those appointments, whether it's a phone call or a Zoom, right? Or a 3-way or whatever that is. The purpose of today is to contact and invite, book your calendar. So here's the methodology. My business model is I do an hour on Tuesday nights where I show the business for my team and we train. I do an hour on Saturday mornings, booking appointments. I'm going to do the same thing right now. And I book about 5 appointments a week. If you do that for 52 weeks, you're going to need a telescope to look back and see where you're at. you're going to be all ranked up, or you're going to be making, decent money, and you're going to have some options on the table. So I always tell people to surrender to the process. I don't care if you get customers. I don't care if you build a team. I just care that you contact and invite. The rest of it is going to take care of itself. All right, guys. So if you have a question about what to say, let's put our heads down and start text blitzing. All right, guys.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Ronnie. What's up, brother?
Hey, I just wanted to say for people who, like I heard the one gentleman say that he just wants to find the sweet spot. And I think, and us always talking about mindset, the first thing is you believing that you can do it first, because it's your belief system that's going to allow you to, when you talk about the posturing up, if you don't believe that what you have is good, then you're going to go to that person with that mentality that, oh, I'm bothering them, or maybe I'm not catching them at the right time. You have to go to them with that mindset. I'm bringing, a pot of gold to them. Mm-hmm. And so you have to believe first that, one, I believe what I got is I need to share with the world, and I'm sharing it with you because I believe it's something I can help you with. And if you don't believe that, you're going to go with that energy, as you always talk about, that energy that it's a problem, and they're going to sense that. So you just first have to do that. But also, even if you're moving slowly but surely, you still got to continue to believe that this is something you can do. I'm not moving at a fast pace, but I'm moving at a pace that's moving me forward. And I continue every day to just plug away at it, and I'm seeing some results. So the other thing is just being consistent with doing the same system that we do week in and week out. And eventually you'll start to see some goals, but also you have to learn things outside of this environment. So you have to invest in your learning so you can grow your mindset and figure out how you can become better at the invite and the presentation and all that. Everything is not going to happen here. So if you're waiting every Saturday to come here to do that, you're not growing. Because that whole week you're waiting for the leaders to present something, and in the between there, you got to figure out how you grow your mindset, how you grow your skills, so you can get better at doing it. And it's only, like you said, if you're spending only 15 minutes a day, even if that's only 3 to 5 people a day, that's a lot of people in the course of a week. And so, and sometimes you may feel discouraged, but don't wallow in that. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I was so close to meeting my fast track bonus, and Quentin was always very encouraging, and Nolan was always very encouraging. It's good that I have those leaders to encourage me, but we happen to be on one of the best teams here, that everybody is there to lend a helping hand. And I've done other things in the past where I was just kind of left out, hang out to dry. So also, if you're not reaching out to your leaders for three-way calls, how can you get better? You get better by listening to them saying things that you may not have thought to say on a call. So you're also learning from that interaction with the three-way call. So if every time you're doing something, you're doing it the same way, but you're not getting any results, then you need to try something different. So, I mean, I got my bonus the day 60, but it doesn't matter that it took me to day 60. It matters that I pushed through to get it done, 100%. And I didn't give up on myself, and I didn't think, I never for once thought I couldn't make it. Of course, I felt a little bit more pressure towards the end, but sometimes you need that little push, to push yourself to say, okay, you got a few more days to get this done, get it done. And so, I mean, I just really think that we give so many resources, and we have so many opportunities with so many different leaders that you can call up that will help you close the deal. But more importantly, now we have the drip campaigns that are in outreach. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about that because I was using outreach. I know some people still are not using outreach, but imagine touching that person. They didn't say yes at that point, but that's also brings me to, it's the fortune in the follow-up. Just because they didn't say yes today doesn't mean they won't say yes a week from now or 3 days from now. One of the things I learned with rank makers with Ray Higdon is that if you designate a day for just follow-up, you'll see an improvement in your business, because they may had every intention to watch your video when you sent it to them, but something distracted them and then they didn't get to it. So it's up to you to follow up with them, but it's how you follow up. Don't follow up and say, oh, I see you didn't watch the video. I generally do. I put it on myself. I tell them, hey, I'm so sorry. I have been so busy, with me being so focused and productive in my home-based business. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you before today. Usually their guilt rises to the surface. They go, oh man, I was supposed to watch your video. But then you're not nagging them. You don't want to be the nag, right? And so, but they know why you're calling without you saying it. So if you lighten the approach, then you probably can get back in and say, hey, it's no problem, no worries. Let me resend you the link. Do you think you can watch it now in the next 15 minutes, and then I'll call you back? Because also sometimes you need to give them a time frame, a deadline, because if you give them this open window, they probably won't watch it again.
Yeah, 100%, bro. That's no question. I do the same thing. I call it follow-up Fridays, and I do take a day or a chunk of a day where the bulk of what I'm doing across multiple businesses really just following up. And you like a television commercial for the next thing I wanted to chat about, guys. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat here. For those that are interested, we're actually doing a 3-day masterclass next week. And if you guys register for this, you'll get the replays too. We're going to do it 3 days in a row. So obviously not everybody's going to be able to attend all 3 days, but it's next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern. We're going to do a masterclass. We're going to get into network marketing mindset, network marketing methods of operation. I have a social media expert coming on to show you guys how to start to brand yourself lightly across different things. We got marketing, branding, we got the mechanics, and we get the mindset with multiple people from our team. So I dropped the link right there in the chat if you guys want to register for that. And that's like Arande was saying, it's Saturday mornings are great. We give you guys a lot of nuggets, a lot of value here. And but if you want to take it to the next level, there's some other things we can all be doing here. So you were just like a television commercial for me to drop that link. And again, so guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you don't know this, I train a lot of network marketers in a lot of companies, not just in our company here. So this particular training is open up to everybody. We're just giving back. There's a lot of people that are brand new to network marketing that are new because of the COVID virus, right? So we wanted to put together a free webinars, no charge, and just kind of give back to the whole network marketing community so that people have some base level skills to run these new home-based businesses. So if you fall in that category, next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, again, if you register, you'll get the replays for that. So thanks for that, Arani, because it's been awesome watching you too. Because I remember when you came in, and you, my friend, have become a network marketing professional in a short period of time, very short period of time. And you and I don't know each other that long, but I'm guessing that you didn't have the skills that you now have before this company, because everything's changed with you. Even like you're ready to run the whole show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and that's where I've even told Cammie. I've talked with her, and I've told her how supported that I felt in this particular company. Good. Just the resources and the training, and because every other business I've done in the past where I didn't engage is because I didn't feel like I had the resources. They kind of give you a back office and they tell you go with it,
Mm-hmm.
And this is just different. But the bigger piece is I'm more excited about it because I'm not selling anything. Mm-hmm. That excited me more than anything is that all I'm doing is sharing, and as they say, sharing is caring. All I'm doing is sharing. So if I'm sharing, you don't see it, that's fine. No worries. That's the other thing. I used to be so caught up in the results of me sharing.
100%, yeah.
And I've let go of that. It helps me to be able to move on to the next person. I'm sure that you don't see it. Maybe you don't see it today because maybe you're thinking about something else. And then when I follow up with you, then you might be more open-minded that day. So I'm just kind of like letting go of the result If you say no, I'll go, oh, no problem, that's fine, and move on. Because one, you also don't, if these are your friends, you don't want to burn bridges. You still want to be friends after presenting the business.
That's the deal. That's the professional side of network marketing. A lot of people don't understand that. There's a professional side to what we're doing. And with everybody here in this team, and I do want to correct one thing you said. You said we have one of the best teams. We have the best team out there.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
We have the best team. We have the best team. We're the fastest growing team. This is a team of people helping people. I've never seen anything like it myself inside of this industry. We literally have the best team. We're the fastest growing team. You're going to see we make up like 2/3 of the company. And it's everybody here. It's you. It's not me. It's you. It's Nolan. It's you. It's everybody here. We got Warner with his hand up. We got Kenny and Honesty. It's all you guys. Kathy, you know. So God bless everybody here. We do have the best team. There's no question because it's a community. It's a family, you know. Warner, you got something to say, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, there are multiple ways to build this business, and you need to find, because there's a lot of great information, and you don't want to get confused. What you want to do is you want to find your niche, and you keep utilizing that niche over and over. And some people like the phone, some people like the text, some people like to use. I'm a Facebook power user. So I was disappearing because I don't know if you can see this, but I actually get on here and I pull up names, I hit record, and I start talking to people about VIV. And it's like having a one-way conversation, and then they'll either get back to you or they won't. But it's just another mode that you have, another option that you have to increase your prospecting out there. So text, call, whatever Brian's teaching, whatever Nolan's teaching, but you take what works for you and you utilize that. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, 100%. It's good. You guys will find your groove, and it's a matter of trying a certain groove for like 30 days, then engaging results. You know, we have the text blitz, and we have Nolan's system here, which is really the same thing, and just using tools. But one way or another, you want to have a process of escalating people, and 100%. And one thing I want to mention to you guys, we have a whole bunch of us. I know Nolan's going. I know Warner's going. I know Kathy's already going. I see Herb and his team's going. A bunch of us are going to Vegas in December for the GoPro Mastery. So this is not for everybody, though. I'll just put that right out there. But if you're looking to get to 4, 5, 6 figures a month, if you're looking to really make a go at this, there's a very professional. All the industry leaders from all over the world come to Vegas every December, and we train for 3 days at Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery. So I'm gonna drop a link in the chat for that. And again, it's not for everybody. It's just for if people are looking to really get to the higher levels of what we're doing here. This is where I met Bob Proctor for the first time. This is where I met John Maxwell. This is where I met Robert Kiyosaki. I've met Pitbull there. I met Magic Johnson there. Geez, I met so many people there. Richard Branson. Just this past year, it was Grant Cardone. I met Tony Robbins a bunch of times, and you meet industry leaders from around the world, and you start to go to these things year after year. And next thing you know, your network is like 6, 7, 8, and even 9-figure network marketers. Jeff Roberti's made over $100 million in the industry, and he's now a friend. I see him every year. So if you're serious at a high level about this, I put some links to some tickets there in the chat. And what I do every year, guys, just so you know, I purchase a block of 100 tickets, so it cuts the price in half. Instead of $450, they're $260. So I do that for the team. Where tickets are going, pretty quick for that. But if you're of the mind that you're going to run with this and you want to join us, no pressure. You don't have to for any reason. If you want to, there's some links for some tickets, and just you can click on 1 or 2 tickets there. So,
Hey, Brian.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Would you just cover, some things that of tracking what you do? In the military, I was taught, and it applies here. You go back and inspect what you expect. So in utilizing that system, it's like a self correcting mechanism as we strive to hit our goals.
100%. Yeah, we just talked about this on my last training before this with my company. If you guys are serious about your businesses, you'll track what you're doing. You'll track your daily method of operation. And you can track this on a notepad or you can make a simple spreadsheet. But all you want to track is how many invites you're contacting and inviting, right? Just make a simple spreadsheet Monday through Sunday, right? And then you want to track your outreach. And then you want to track your follow-ups, and you want to track your calls, and you want to track your sales. You can do this on a notepad or you can do it on a spreadsheet. But you just want to say how many people you're reaching out to. I personally like to put down whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or warm market. How many people are reaching out to per day? How many calls are you getting on? Right? You can track these little things. And then what are the results? How many people became customers? How many people became business partners? And once you start to have this tracking for a good 30 days, it becomes very easy to see. It's like, well, out of the whole week, I reached out to 100 people. I ended up with 20 phone calls and 2 people became business partners, right? Or 3 people became customers. So once you start to get these numbers down, and it's not hard to do, you can start to look at it. Well, it's like, okay, well, I want to move my business faster. So I either need to get A, put more numbers in, or B, get a little better at my message. You can have higher conversions. But what Quentin's talking about, if you're not tracking, then you have nothing to compare to. We can't help you. You could get on a call with me on a strategy call and I'll be like, well, how many people are you reaching out to per day? And if you can't tell me that, then I can't help you because we have no data. I don't know where it's breaking down. And I'll give you an example. If you're reaching out to 100 people a week and you're not getting on any phone calls, then I know it's your messaging. I just know that you're not putting the right groups of words together. And we can massage that and we can change that. Or you could do like Warner said, you could do audio messages instead of texting and watch what happens. That will explode your numbers. If you're comfortable doing audio text, that's better than a physical text. Now, if you're reaching out to 100 people and you're getting on 20 calls a week, but you're not having any conversions, now I know you're probably over-explaining this. You're probably not using your upline. You're probably not using the tools. And we can change that. We can massage that, right? That makes sense. But so tracking, I always tell people, if you're not tracking, you're not in business. And another thing I say, if you can't point to your calendar and show me when you're working your VIV business, even if it's 15 minutes a day, then you're not in business. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I'm just saying, if you're in business, you have hours of operation. I don't care if it's real estate, a restaurant, or if you're making somebody else rich at a job, you definitely have hours of operation. So why wouldn't you have hours of operation on your calendar, right? Tuesday nights, Saturday mornings, half hour, per night during the week from whatever time. So tracking and calendar, those are 2 things that'll quantum leap your business. So thanks for bringing that up, Q. Let's see, I got one last thing here. Oh, hey, bud, what's up?
Really quick.
Sure.
The three nights next week, what time frame?
It's 9 o'clock Eastern for 1 hour.
A 1 hour a day. Okay.
1 hour a night. Yep. And like I said, if you guys, some people may already have plans. So if you register for it, we're going to get you guys the replays and stuff. And again, we don't want to be in a fear-based mindset. This is something you can share with people from other companies. Because what we're doing in VIV, we don't have, it's like, it's our way or the highway. You can do your business. You can also come save bills here. A lot of our leaders, including Nolan, they have other things they're doing. This is no conflict here. Zero conflict. So when you get in the mindset of being the impression of increase, reach out to the people in other companies that you have. Hey, listen, this is what our leadership's doing. We have an open thing. It's just a general awareness and education for network marketers, for realtors. And when you get on the side of impression of increase, you'd be surprised how many people say, what is that thing you're doing? Like, why do they have that open culture? A lot of companies, they have policies where it's our way or the highway. You cannot be in 2 things. We're not like that. We believe in multiple revenue streams. We believe that sharing is caring. And we believe that if we help people, all the good things are going to happen to us. So, yeah, go ahead and register for that, and we'll see you guys there. The last thing I want to do, guys, is Whitney, if you could put the link for the ATM group. I want to explain that for a minute here. We have a couple of ATM groups, and this is something I think Warner's participating in. And if you're really big on Facebook, we have something called an ATM group, which is an ad tag message group. And this goes to Arande's point too. If you're talking to a potential customer and they want to see some results, but your bills haven't come in yet, you can add them to this group. It's a customer testimonial group. It's a tool for you guys to use, and it's open to the whole company. And what you do is you add them to the group, right? Whitney just put it in there. You add them to this Facebook group, and you can tag them to a particular bill or message that shows them, hey, this dude saved $1,500. This dude, this company saved $50,000. This person did this. This person did this. You can go to the group, and I suggest that you do and become a member. You can add them to this group, and it's just a testimonial page. It goes hand in hand. It's another tool for you guys. But if you're brand new and you're waiting for your bills to come in, that's too slow. You don't want that to duplicate in your team. If you need validation, get in this group, take a look at it, and also post in the group. Post your bills, post your comments, post what it feels like to be in this culture. This is another culture thing that we can point to. So it's another tool that you guys have in your toolbox as you're building your businesses. You can add, tag somebody to something, you follow up and say, hey, what did you like best about that? All right, so we're giving you guys all kinds of tools. If this is a cold market approach, you can do it warm market too, but you can literally just add tag message all day long. And there's some companies that build out their whole business structure like that. All right, everybody, so hopefully you guys got some value. I'll give you a last minute here. If you want to copy the chat, because there's a lot of links in there, you can click in the chat. You can hit Command A or Control A, and you can cut, copy, paste the whole chat to a notepad if you need those links. I'll give you guys a second to do that. And
I just throw something out there real quick.
Sure, bud.
So I have a lot of brothers and sisters, friends in the African American community, and I think it makes it easier because I'm new to this. If I'm going to be doing a three-way, that if I have somebody that's African American to do it with me, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
That could be anything. That could be old people, young people.
Where you live, Jeffrey?
But I live in southwestern Virginia. But
okay, I'm in Maryland.
Okay, yeah, good. I have
so
a lot of
friends
friends
on the
here
East
that are from
Coast.
Maryland. All right, good. I know some friends down here that come from Maryland.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bro. So if I'm good with time blocking because my coach Brian, so I can help you.
All right, thank you.
Stupid fuck.
Hey, I was just waiting for you to finish. I can help as well, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, it's no different than anything else. This is, old people, young people, white people, black people, yellow, orange, doesn't matter. You want to mirror people. We have a community. If you have a young millennial, pair them up with my daughter, Madison, right? If you have a silver fox, pair them up with the silver fox. We're here to help each other. It doesn't matter what the community is or what, we're a melting pot here. So I always say, I see Nolan, it's like looking at a reflection in the mirror. That's just it. Every time I see him, man, we're handsome. That's what I think to myself. So, all right, everybody, make it a great weekend. I got to run. Hopefully you get some value out of this. Let's work our businesses. Let's get out there.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, guys.
Brian, one question.
Sure.
It's Gloria. This ATM group, if we put prospects in that room and then they're interested in furthering, does it automatically default back to the person that puts them in that room, or is it just like we're just dumping people in that room?
No, there's no links to sign up for anything in there. It's just you add them, you tag them, they can see a bunch of testimonials, then you message back to them, what did you like best? So there's no links, nobody's gonna get pulled off track. It's just a testimonial page for you guys to be able to show them bills because you might be new and you might not have your own bills back yet. And there's some commercial bills. There's people from all different states are in there. You can just show them validity. It's purely just a place to build that testimonial.
Okay, second question. I'm sorry, I'll make it quick.
That's
Do
okay.
you recommend putting other network marketing people in that room?
You know what? Let me see. Whitney, are you available to answer that question? What is your feeling on that? I don't know if she's here.
So people that are in other network marketing companies?
Excuse me?
People that are
I was
in
reaching
network
out to,
marketing
I don't know.
companies, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that are are in other businesses already that may want to form another stream of income?
Yeah, absolutely.
Recommend putting them in?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, anybody that's a prospect.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Make it a great week, everybody. God bless.